Okay, so Forrest Frank says this.
The number one album right now for Christian music on iTunes and the number two top singles over Elevation, Brandon Lake, whoever, is AI. And I hate to even bring attention to this, but I want to just let you guys know this is out there. And I think it's important that we just pause a little bit and kind of ask the questions of like, is this something that we want? At minimum, AI does not have the Holy Spirit inside of it. So I think that's really weird to be opening up your spirit to something that has no spirit. So what are we doing about this? Are we rejecting this? Are we championing this? I personally will not be listening to this. I already don't listen to secular music, and I'm sure not going to be listening to AI Christian music. God bless you guys. And
Okay, so Forrest Frank breaks who says he's not going to be listening to this Christian AI music because it doesn't have a soul, or it doesn't have a spirit. It doesn't have the Holy Spirit. Let's get them right. So why open up your spirit to something like this? I think the biggest issue here is the person who is behind this music. And I think the way it's presented, if somebody doesn't know, or if there's no disclaimer that this is AI generated music, that this is breaking trust in the community and it's deceitful. But I am not opposed to people using AI in their music, because just like synthesizers was used, people would kind of push back that kind of stuff. I mean, and everybody right now uses synthesizers, but people are like, oh, wow, that's not a real guitar. Oh, wow, that's not a real piano. Oh, and your vocal is an instrument, basically. That's what it is. But I think the thing about it is, who is the person behind, who's the composer behind, because somebody's still composing this music. I mean, just like, in the old days where people used to, well, I think that people still do this, but if someone wanted an artist to sing a song, they would demo it and basically, hey, this is a rough cut of this song. I can't barely sing it, but I want an artist to sing it because I can't really sing that well. That's basically what they would do. Now, I even think that these songs, because I listened to the album, I think there's some nice songs on there. If a real artist was to sing this, because I also think like this is also showing a gap that the market is desiring. If these iTunes aren't stats aren't like, if nobody's like pumping these iTunes stats up, it is showing that there is a desire for there to be some more diverse music in Christian the Christian world, because I mean, even going back to like Toby Mac, Christian music, I've always heard this, it sounds a certain way. And when they mean it sounds a certain way, that means that predominantly it's going to sound like country. It's going to sound like a soft rock, pop, something like that. There's not going to be something that has more soul to it, Now, when Maverick City came out, and Dante Bowe, man, I'm just telling you, it's like if they didn't have all that crazy stuff going on, it was a fresh, well, it was a fresh breath of air. And I think also what you're doing for us is a fresh breath of air, because even though, you're white and, it's kind of like what Toby Mac was doing. He was bringing a different type of music to the Christian world. It seems like when somebody from a different demographic brings the type of culture from another type of demographic, it seems like it hits really well with their demographic. Just like, Elvis Presley did, blues, and kind of took that from the black culture, and boom, it's like, it's a big hit. So I think the biggest thing also is it glorifying Christ? Is the message on point? Because yeah, it's like your voice is the instrument, and but the thing is our imagination aligned with Christ? And if it is aligned with Christ, and the picture that they're painting is not something that's deterring from Jesus, I think is is beautiful, and it's should be celebrated, because this guy, he still had to compose music. I'm thinking he had to compose some type of music. Maybe he didn't, but it does also show that there is a desire in the market to have a more diverse sound than what has been being produced. And unfortunately, like a lot of times, artists who are in the R&B gospel realm don't have the access or the platform to do that, or the kind of production to do that. And yeah, this is going way too long. But yeah, what do you think? I'm glad you brought this up. I wish this video was shorter, but I'm just going to post it as it is. What do you guys think? All right, peace and love. That sounded like a hippie. Maybe I should just say peace. God bless.